It out in my bowl, and out comes this paper that was all folded up just like this.
The note contains a mashup of words and references to current events and conspiracy theories. Miller says his big concern is that somehow a note made its way into a sealed food product.
I don't know what's inside the cereal or if this note was laced with anything. It's not the note that really bothers me, it's just these notes are found inside.
Yo, they started blasting at the Nephilim and Giants in Miami, man, on January 1st. That's gangster. I mean, I wish I was there, man. I start blasting. You see Nephilim and Giants and whatever, 8 feet tall, 10 feet tall. I'm blasting too.
Y'all might want to sit down for this, but rumor has it that some evidence is about to get revealed about how Diddy allegedly unalived his son, Justin's real father. The streets have been talking about how he's not Justin's real father for a hot minute now, but it looks like things are about to get deeper because rumor has it is that Diddy allegedly set up the real dad, his friend Wolf, and arranged for him to be unalived. As it turns out, Justin's mom, Misa Hilton, has been trying to warn us about this, but the truth flew over our heads. There's a lot going on here, so let's break down this insane drama. I swear, no matter what we hear about Diddy, it seems like there is always something worse that's just waiting to be exposed. And this time, the streets are saying that Diddy allegedly took out Justin's real father and also kept Justin away from his mom, Misa Hilton, as revenge. Now, in case y'all have not been following the trending tea, there has been talk for a couple of weeks now about how Diddy's first son, Justin Combs, is not his biological son. The streets are saying that Justin's real dad was Diddy's former bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, who passed away in 2003. The relationship between Diddy and Justin's mom, Misa, has been shady from the start because according to reports, Diddy met her and started dating her when she was still in high school and was a minor while he was in his 20s.
I've always wondered a couple things. Was Diddy messing with Misa when she was in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, so my math is about right. 15, 16, they start messing around. Okay, and Diddy's definitely older than her.
Right.
So y'all can do the math on that.
Misa already had an eye for fashion back then, and Diddy set her up to assist on a music video for the group Jodeci. But as it turns out, that was just an excuse for him to get closer to her, and very soon they started dating. But things quickly went left because he was allegedly super controlling and putting his hands on her, and he was also stepping out on her and cheating on her big time. He had so many women on his roster that he constantly cheated with, and he didn't even have the decency to try to hide the affair. Everybody knew that he was cheating on her, but he couldn't take what he dished out, because when he heard that Misa was talking to another man, he lost his temper and put his hands on her.
She thought Puff was messing around. I guess like she started talking to the dude from EPMD. He came to see her, and Puff beat up till she got up under the beat literally till she tried to run up under the car.
Wow.
As it turns out, he put hands on most, if not all, the women that he has been associated with, and that's just nasty. Now, back to reports of him allegedly.
It's amazing because you know what about this heart chakra thing? You could have been in love 50 years ago, and you can tap back in and fall back in love. But open up that heart chakra, you can revisit that because that's all in the Akashic records and stuff like that now. So it's always there. It's always inside of the cells of the body and stuff. It's a force. It is melanin. It is love is chaos. Now, what do they mean by love is chaos? Because see, in the ancient world, when you fell in love, they say you have my condolences. That way you can deal with it. Because when you fall in love, your ass in trouble. Right? And it wanes. They just the Western romanticism just teaches the romantic side of it, the happy ending side of it, but they don't teach it. But in the ancient world, it was a yin and yang. It was both sides of a polarity. So it was blissful, then it was madness. And so when you catch this thing here, now listen, anybody ever really been in love? I'm talking about some real love. That brother came back from the planet, so obviously he must have was in love with his prior life. And he remember that. I'm talking about the real deal love thing where it's a form of insanity. That's actually good, though. That's actually good. You just have to surrender to it, because what it does, you have to neutralize the ego. So see, it's insanity because you put up a resistance because of the ego. Fuck her ass. You know, and you feel good for a minute, and like I say, about 12 o'clock that night, when you find out it ain't going nowhere, you must carry But you're supposed to surrender. And once you surrender, you go to a whole blissful thing. So it's learning how to gestate between two polarities and stuff. So that is a whole form. That's another force.
I'm a man, Gina. I'm a be all right. This is childish. I want you out. I don't even know why you're still here. Step. Step.
Telling me 251 plus dead bodies were discovered behind a fucking prison in Jackson, Mississippi, and everyone's talking about Miami aliens? As much as we have been standing for every other country, which isn't wrong, we need to focus on just one state here in America right now. And if it wasn't sinister enough that these dead bodies were found behind a prison in Jackson, Mississippi, which is a sundown town, by the way, these dead bodies are not prisoners. Not only are these dead bodies not of Jackson State Facility prisoners, the prisoners in this Jackson, Mississippi prison were the people who buried them. So not only are these people in jail, but they were made to dig mass graves for dead bodies for people they did not know as part of their fucking sentence. Amongst these bodies, the amount of Caucasian bodies to what they have already found to be people of color, black people, is off. Okay? And the thing that I need people to understand is this is a huge racial thing. I don't care what nobody says. And this isn't a conspiracy. Apparently, it's going on and on and on and unraveling to the point where there is have said to be a cop that actually killed someone and took him to that body to that prison and made prisoners bury that body in a mass grave. And this has just been going on. Mind you, I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi. I have grandparents that own land in Jackson and Bolton, Mississippi. And I literally went on field trips with my grandparents to cotton gins, and we could never stay out past sundown. Jackson, Mississippi is a sundown town whether people think they still exist or not. One thing I'm going to use my platform to call attention to is that them fucking good old boys knew exactly what they were doing by making other prisoners bury fucking people in a mass grave behind the prison. Because if I make you bury someone, you think you're gonna tell, or you're gonna be back there too. I want you to look at these hundreds of metal poles, these hundreds of bodies, and people have come forth saying they have been looking for their family members. Their family members have been missing, and not only that, the morgue has come forth and said that they don't got shit to do with this. When you want some truth, go to fucking Reddit. So I'm on Reddit, and I'm going to tell you what really one of the main things that caught my attention. It said the reason that this is a news story is because Jackson authorities are not doing any kind of attempt to contact some of the families of missing persons that are found dead or murdered and just bury them in the graveyard behind the prison, which naturally means the police appear to also not be doing any work to investigate these deaths. Not all 215 bodies fit the classification, but there are several cases mentioned in various articles on the topic whose families thought the persons were still missing that came forward. And if you don't understand what happens with the good old boys and how tied in they are, you don't understand politics. If I, as a non-person of color in Jackson, Mississippi, catch someone who is a person of color out past sundown and I murder them, and the police are the first to get there, and instead of doing due justice to that person of color, because I'm also a non-person of color, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna rally against to protect a fellow brother in arms, or whoever the fuck, a fellow white citizen. I'm just gonna say white, I was trying not to say it, and we're gonna go and we're gonna bury that person behind that jail. Yeah, and no one's gonna see it. Because you know what Jackson, Mississippi is? It's very rural. It's rural, and there is literally trees, and I'm telling you, the local Walmart from my grandmother's house is at least a 45-minute drive. And this shit is, I don't see any other content creators really talking about it, how it is going down, or seeing the bigger picture. But we have so much political shit going on right now. And you're telling me that there is not a fucking homicide investigation team out there investigating everybody? Because there are people of color in that grave. And I stand on that, and I think it's bullshit. Sorry you guys had to hear me rant because I am going to do a more informational video, but I feel like as much as we are so focused on Stanley Cups, aliens, politics, and everything else that does not affect everyone in this moment of time in America right here with our 2 feet on this soil, we need to be worried about people being murdered and families finding missing bodies of loved ones behind a massive grave. And the only reason it was found was because it smelled so bad because these bodies have not been embalmed. They have not had any after death, nothing done to them. They have just been thrown in a fucking grave and left there.
A clone is a person that acts some particular way, and then overnight turns into a total being that he wasn't. This particular person now, you can't tell her from Dinah Shore. Everything she has, so she want to have Mark Furman on her show, she'll have it on her show. Because she been dead. Oprah Winfrey. Working for the secret society. You got the secret society of NBC, the secret society of CBS. Anytime they give you multi-billions of dollars, millions of dollars, and he gives money, gives $20 million to the Rockefeller College Spelman. Go back and look at Uptime Saturday Night. Go back and look at Doggone Let's Do It Again. That person and the person you see now known as Bill Cosby is a total different entity. You don't lose that kind of identity. I don't give a damn how old you get. So here's how they advance secret society. They sacrifice the doggone son. Because the key is, you don't get up there now unless you agree to do a sacrifice. Either you gotta go down on them. So Will Smith, they got cloning.
See, in ancient Africa, gold was known as the skin of the gods. I wonder why.
We ain't scared of niggas, we rare than niggas. Rope chain hang, diamonds independent. I am independent, she wrote a comment, they pinned it. It got to my attention, we could go viral in minutes. Aspire to win it, I'm spiraling in it. Flip sides of the coin, that's life in the business. Flip publishing, it goes to the highest of bidders. I got them bitter, lows of a winner. That should come with being great, there's a lot on my plate. Never broke again, I'm blacker than the NBA. ESPN couldn't cover all of my highlights. Look at this money machine, I love what it sound like. And Nipsey would've loved that I'm working with hit. He might've took me to 6-0 and turned me a crip. It's all money in. XO in my cup, I'm sitting with my thoughts again. Yeah. To OGs and young bosses, we bounce back when we take losses. I pray we all get prayed for. I pray we all can make more. Whole time writing this, I'm typing some people back who need me to get them in places. Type of shit is that? I'm a...
No, you know, Jim Gaffigan came out swinging at the Golden Globes last night. Check out this video.
I can't even believe I'm in the entertainment industry. I can't. You know, it's so unlikely. I'm from a small town in Indiana. I'm not a pedophile. You know, I don't know if that's a new category here, but I'm here to present an all-new category, all right? An all-new category. This is going to be the first time stand-up comedians are going to be acknowledged at a major award show, okay? And, you know, it's, in a way, it's like the Golden Globes, 80 years. For 80 years, good-looking people threw a party, right? And then you guys finally decided to invite the talented people.
Test results finally confirmed the true age of little Natalia Grace, who's been at the center of a bizarre controversy that's riveted America for years.
Hi, Natalia. Hi.
In 2010, Natalia was adopted by a family from Indiana who was told that she was a 7-year-old Ukrainian orphan. But her adopted parents, Michael and Christine Barnett, claimed they discovered she was really an adult with dwarfism and that she was just posing as a child. Barnett told Inside Edition in 2019 that she was a violent sociopath.
She's got a monthly cycle, and she's hiding it. She had spent every waking day attempting to ruin everybody else's life in the house. She's threatening to kill us. She's trying to kill us.
Their story made headlines when the Barnetts petitioned to court to legally change her age to 22, left her in an apartment, and fled to Canada. They were charged with neglect of a dependent, but were fully exonerated. The docuseries, Natalia takes a DNA test to try to prove once and for all how old she is.
Want to take a look at the results?
Yes.
Natalia holds hands with her new adoptive father, and here are the bombshell results. A DNA test shows she is currently 22 years old, which means she was indeed a child of 9, not an adult, when she was adopted in 2010.
This is so big because literally this has been 13 years. 13 years of just two people lying their butts off.